everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a little update on my garden, how it's doing, and do some more bag planting. So I'll show you guys my bag garden that I planted early spring. This is my mustard. It's looking incredible. It's probably time to harvest a little bit. I'm super excited about that. Looking beautiful. Here's my, these are a broadleaf spinach variety. I can see I have a little bit of bug damage, but overall it's not looking too bad. This is a baby spinach variety. It's actually right here. Sun Angel spinach from Haas. This is from the Haas Acre Homestead Seed Collaboration. I'm going to be planting a little bit more of this today. And I've got two types of kale. This is a large kale, and it's doing really well. No signs of pest damage yet. And then this is a dwarf kale, and I'm going to be planting a little bit more of this today. So if you haven't seen my other bag garden videos, this will be, if you have, it'll be pretty much the same. As I mentioned on my channel before, the area that I'm planting in this year is just not good for cultivation. It's got weeds absolutely everywhere. So I've put down cardboard, which as you can see has started to break up. And underneath that is this very thick, very prolific layer of weeds. Mostly this is called comfrey. The bees love it, which is great, and it's really good for the nutrients of the soil, but it completely takes over everything. So there was no way for me to plant in ground this year. So, but that's okay. We're making it work. So I'm gonna start by planting in this bag. I have this, this is just a potting mix, and I put a little bit of fertilizer on top. So I'm just gonna work that in to the first inch or two of the soil. You can see this is nice and wet. It's been an extremely wet spring for us. So the soil has gotten rained on, and I'm hurrying to get this stuff planted because it's supposed to rain for the next 4 days in a row here. So for this one, I'm going to do 3 rows. On my other bags I did 2 because I wasn't sure how the spacing would go. But for this little tiny spinach, I definitely have enough room to plant 3 rows in this bag. So I'm just going to make some little trenches, and then I'm just going to come through and sprinkle these seeds all along these trenches. Probably too many over here. Spread them out. And then I'm just going to come in and cover that up. And that's really all there is to it. So I'm going to move on to my next 2 bags. This is a dwarf kale variety. And I'm just going to do 2 rows for this one. This seems to be growing really well over there, so I'm just doing another planting, like succession planting here. And I'm not worrying too much about the number of seeds I'm putting in. I didn't have great germination on this other bag, so I'm not really worried about these out competing each other, because the germination rate hasn't been that great. I'm not sure if it's just these seeds or what I did wrong, but not super worried about it. All done there. And then this last bag, I'm going to plant some parsley. This parsley is an Italian parsley, which I really like, kind of a flat leaf parsley. And this was a gift from my mother-in-law, and it is heirloom seeds from from Monticello. So it's kind of fun. And these are recommended to be planted 12 inches apart. So I'm just going to plant them in like dice pattern here, 5, and do my best to only put 2 seeds in each spot, and I can just thin them later. I found that I'm really bad at carefully placing seeds. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not super dexterous with my hands, so I'm doing my best. If you missed my previous video on how I prepare these beds, I basically all I do is I take this bag of potting mix, I lay it down its side, and I punch a whole bunch of holes in the bottom with a screwdriver, like probably 12 to 20 holes, just poking into the bag with a screwdriver. Then I flip it over and cut out a big square or big rectangle on the top, leaving kind of a 2-inch border around so that the soil is contained in the bag. And that seems to have worked really well. So I'm going to come over here. In these 2 bags here, sorry for the background noise, my neighbor is trimming their lawn. In these 2 bags here, I'm going to plant pumpkins. These are from M.I. Gardner. They're the baby bear pumpkins. They look like they would be great for Thanksgiving. So I'm hoping to make my own homemade pumpkin pie this year. I absolutely love pumpkin pie. And this one says it has a well-rounded flavor, and they're really quite small, so that's nice. So I'm just going to plant 2 bags of these, so just 2 plants. These require 4 to 6 feet of spacing. I'm just going to mix the fertilizer in, and then I'm going to put 2 seeds per hole, just to try and get good germination, and then I can thin it later. So these are nice and big, so they're easy to put out. And I have 1 more row of bags here, and this entire row is going to be green beans. My husband and I love green beans. We buy them all the time, and I'm super excited to grow them. So I've got 2 kinds. I've got this jade bean from M.I. Gardner, and then these are the Momentum bush beans I got from the seed collaboration with Acre Homestead. So I'm just going to plant these directly. So I'm going to start with these jade beans, and I'm just going to do one line of plants along here. These say to plant every 6 to 8 inches. And these are all bush varieties. So I'm going to put these about every 6 inches along here. The other variety I'm planting is the Momentum bush beans. These are a bush variety, so I don't need to like vine them or anything. And these only need to be planted every 3 to 4 inches. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have to do to plant out all of my my pumpkins and another succession of spinach and kale, and also for my line of green beans. So this is a really easy way, I think, to convert over a garden space, or just if you don't have a lot of room, or you have just a lawn, this is a really easy way to convert it into usable growing space. And my plan at the end of the year is just to dump out all of the soil that's in these bags, just dump it onto here, cover everything in wood chips, and then hopefully I'll be able to plant in ground next year, and if I can try and keep the comfrey weed situation at bay. So thank you all so much for tuning in and watching my videos. I really appreciate all of you. Oh, I should probably mention, normally at this point you would water in all of these seeds really well, but it's going to rain tonight and for the next 4 days, so I don't really need to worry about getting these watered right now. They will be watered with the rain tonight and all weekend. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all of you for watching my videos, and hope you have a great day. Bye.